What's up? Welcome back. Happy Monday, everyone. There we go, YouTube. We're finally live. All right, happy Monday, everybody. Good to be back. Hope you guys had a great weekend. I did some fun stuff. Got away from the charts. Didn't miss too much. We do have some updates on Bitcoin. We're going to take a look at all of our major charts. We'll peek at Ethereum, XRP, Doge, ADA, all the tops, all your favorite things. Before we get into that, guys, all I need from you is please smash that like button, share the stream, subscribe, engage. Show YouTube you're having a good time. Even if you're not, you can fake it. Sign up with our sponsor, Femex. Link in the video description below. Great exchange, no KYC, and that's about it. Let's jump into it. We're going to try a little different form of analysis. As we do on this channel, we're always searching for an edge. Markets are dynamic. So a mental trap that many new traders get into is this thought that they can figure out something, one single magic bullet that will work in every scenario, and that is just not how trading is. Markets are the result of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of participants all acting independently, hopefully logically, and the chart is the outcome. So there is never one single thing that will work forever. Sometimes things will work for a while, but they don't tend to stand. So we always try to mix it up. We always try to figure out different ways of looking at the chart. So I'm going to try kind of just a zoomed out look. And we're going to go over our macros, our big caps. So Bitcoin did close its week last week red. We did come off of a bullish engulfing candle the week before. And, well, looks like the bulls were unable to really bring the price up. Man, my headphones are off. Unable to remain or keep the price above or green. And last week closes a pretty gnarly bearish hammer candle here. It is a lower high versus the late August high that brought us to the 200 weekly. Our 200 weekly, the green here, still about the same level it was. Not a lot of change there. Likely to see resistance around that 28K mark if we do see a rally this week. That would be great. That would be great. This week, our bar for where we'd like to see price go is not too high, 26,530. This was a big price number in the last stream that we used for trading, and it turned out all right. We can go over that later. Basically, any close above 26.5 this week going to be pretty good. I would like to see a higher high, and we have been waiting for that 200 test or 28K. I absolutely am still of that opinion that we see 28K before we see potentially, what is this, 24.5 the 50 weekly down here. So definitely not a ton of change there. Not a lot. The weekly did close with waning selling momentum, and that's a plus. Whoa, we're a little loud here. There we go. Change these levels. That's a plus. We do have now three waning selling momentum candles here. We can see this by the dark red. If we go zoom out, we talked about this before. Every time this has happened, at least in the last few years, Bitcoin has seen somewhere between a 30 and 40% rally. Really quick, let's say right here from our summer lows to a new all-time high. Here in January to 48K is a 48%. Down here in June, 30, 40% gain. So we have seen consistently a 30 or 40% gain off of the signal. However, I will admit this was kind of at the top of the bull market or potentially at the start of the bear market. So to say that maybe it doesn't play out the same time this time, I think is a valid statement. But we do have a pretty consistent track record of once that weekly starts slowing down, we start to see some kind of retracement to the upside. So I'm going to cross my fingers on that one. Here we go. This is what I wanted to do. This is cool. So we got Ethereum. I can just tab in between these charts. Nice. We have Ethereum here, and it's the same moving averages, and you'll notice a very different setup. It's not quite the same. If we look at Bitcoin, we are underneath the 200, above the 50. Going to Ethereum, we can see the 250 are much closer together. This is somewhat interesting, but really what we can take away from this is because Ethereum's under its 50 week and its 200 week, this is a more bearish signal. Absolutely. A lot of people have been talking lately about large Ethereum from ICO wallets, from really old whale wallets moving. I think it was to Kraken or CoinBase. People expecting a dump. I don't disagree. I mean, with the way the market is right now, it's kind of hard to just kind of say it's going to go up. I'm not too afraid of those large transfers. For kind of some context, guys, we have seen these in the past. You may read news articles and they may say, oh my God, this has never happened before. Oh, it's happened. It's happened. And it does not always lead to a dump. However, it is certainly not a bullish thing. This is kind of the conundrum I tell you guys about sometimes. We have signals that aren't bullish. They might be bearish, but that doesn't guarantee they're bearish. That's pretty much how I see this. You can't read spot going to exchange as bullish. It's just not a bullish event, but it is not the end of the world. Ethereum being underneath both these moving averages does put it at a little bit of a disadvantage versus Bitcoin, and it should be reflecting if we mess up our charts here. If we go over to the Ethereum Bitcoin chart, we should be seeing that play out. Let's hide all this. With lower lows, there it is. Looks like Ethereum Bitcoin came off its low around September 20th, breaking its range low and actually in a pretty particular position here. Actually, this is pretty not so great. We do see a clearly defined support from June and August that bounced price up, and we did fall below that here in September, hitting we'll call it 0.59 and retracing. The problem here for me is that you've retraced basically back to that support, so that might not be a good sign. That might not be a good sign for continuation, even though that bounce does look pretty nice here. Maybe hitting 0.6, maybe. Ethereum really needs to get its stuff in order here. I will say, zooming out, this isn't the worst chart, but what I see here is just a lack of conviction to push this pair higher. People maybe not trading their Ethereum for Bitcoin, or Bitcoin for Ethereum right now. It doesn't look like buyers are really in control, but I will say since August of this year, and I've said this before, this falling pattern, this is a pretty, I would say pretty nice falling parallel channel, whatever you want to call it, with a pretty clearly defined top trend and bottom trend. And what we do see is when these patterns play out, we do see a break to the upside, kind of the opposite happening here. Late 21, we saw an ascending channel with our highs and lows coming up, and that did break to the downside. It didn't really bring it too far down, but that here is the exact opposite of here, and we would probably look for this to break to the upside at some point. However, we don't really have a good way of judging when. This could just continue bleeding like this. We've seen charts do it. Some charts have done it for years. I won't name names, but we have seen that happen, and that is something to think about. That's something to think about. I wonder what will happen in the next one. Doge! I kind of like this setup. By the way, how's the volume, guys? Is it all right? How's the volume? I see you guys out there. What's up, Janix? You made it. CoinGecko here. Pepito. XMMGX Black Sales. Chris Pax. Rory. Paul. David. ADA Ace. Moggy. Pickle, T-Bone, Joshua Tree, Meaningless, Gear, Jason, Caitlin, Matthew Barnes, Alex S. Let's see, Up and Run, Ashley, D. Jagar, D. Siang. Ashley, you queen. You straight up queen. Skip Factor, River, Tom, your voice of reason in this otherwise noisy space. I'll agree. I'll agree, especially with all the drama going on right now. It does feel good to just remain that rock for you guys. That's pretty much all I've ever wanted to offer you anyway. What's up, David? What up, Tom? What up, David? Captain Gary, B-Team Crypto, Ifini Mazda, Darko Disick. Who did I miss? Jonah, Japernicus, S Dog, Curtis, Neil, Venom Hex, Remington. How you doing, Remington? Shrink Tech, of course, we're chatting before the live stream. Guys, always feel free to tune in before the lives. Once we schedule them, I'm usually in the chat chatting, so come talk to me, get a little more of my attention. I'm not doing charts, so I can reply a lot better. I see Bitbud, CJ, Craig Bowen, Crimson Caravan Company. What's up, man? Crypto Corvette, DAO, Gear. I already said that one. Gail. How you doing, Gail? Gail's one of my favorite characters from Baldur's Gate 3. Janix, John Blake, Lapin, Lee Cable, Luke, M. Sumant. How you doing, Sumant? What are you looking at? Magnus Larson, waiting for that comment of engagement, my friend. Appreciate you. Mohammed, Randy, Soldy, gotcha, man. Sven, TND Tesla, Tillin McPooch. How you boys doing? And gals. Hope you're doing well. Let me get through some more of these. So, Doge. You guys know how I felt about Doge for a while. I was the original Doge boy back when no one liked it. Way before it was cool. And now I'm not so hot on it. I haven't sold my Doge like in fear of this or anything. I did take a lot of profits on the way up, so that choice may not be the right choice for you. However, looking at just this really A-B way of charts with the 50 and 200 weekly, Doge looking actually worse than Ethereum. Looking over at Ethereum, this is pretty ugly with the 50 on top of the 200, but Doge far below its 200 and rejected already off its 50. That could put it potentially in more bearish territory than Ethereum. However, I will say this, you have tested the 50, you rejected, and so far you've held a higher low. And for me, that is like my way of reading moving averages. If you hit them and bounce or reject, you're basically looking for a higher low or a lower high. If you're waiting for reversal, that might have gotten a little wordy. Price hit this point, moved up to important moving average, rejected, did not fall farther. So all eyes basically going to be sitting down here at this 5.3 cent mark. If we lose that 50 rejection is really going to play harshly, and I honestly wouldn't doubt if we start seeing some of that inefficiency and price action filled in. This is a chart full of inefficiency. Unfortunately, that move up was just too strong, too fast. I will give it to Doge. It's held on to its gains really well, but it is scary. But scary is when the most opportunity is around, right? That's what they say. So that is something. I haven't looked at these charts this way. I'm learning with you guys as I go through them. So I'm finding out new stuff with you live. This is a really clear rejection. Interesting. If it can retake 8.3 cents, it's broken its high, and then that 200 weekly at almost 10 cents or about 10 cents by the time you get there, likely upside target. Until then, I remain skeptical on this chart. I would love to be wrong. I'm wrong often, remember. I guess there's already markings on it. Litecoin, my baby Litecoin, looking honestly worse than all of the charts we've seen so far. I do love Litecoin. Nothing has changed there, guys. Don't worry. But spade to spade. Let's really quick recap. Bitcoin's condition. Ethereum's condition. Doge's condition. We get down to Litecoin, and this is potentially even uglier. We have fallen far down through the 50. We do see a little reversal building here on the weekly with these candles. The bodies are getting smaller, kind of wicks of indecision. I do think Litecoin is going to look to test that 50 again at $81. Kind of honestly like Doge likely will as well. I do think it will. However, rejection from there is going to get very bad, and I don't want to see that. I do not. Looking at our Fibonacci retracement, really easy, connecting our highs and lows. 81.45 is our 0.5, right where that 50 weekly is, and I think this move is very likely. Very likely back to that $81. However, rejecting there, like I said, puts you in very dangerous territory. You might end up with the Doge setup with the 50 rejection and a higher low. That would be okay. That would be okay, but if you break that low, I think this thing's looking for 50 bucks again, and I'll be a buyer. However, that's a little too far ahead of ourselves. I would be looking, and I think maybe I can even place it like this then. I'm still looking, or am looking, for a test of that 50 before a break of our range low here, so some kind of long trade could be set up that way. Remember, guys, not financial advice. This is just how I might approach it and the logic that I would use. I do like some of this on the chart. You do have a fair value gap back here on the week. That was filled in by this recent low, and now I'm looking for a retracement back to the 0.5. I think that's pretty slick. Let's look at BCH. All right, we'll look at Bcash. Where's Bcash? Where's he at? He tagged me on Twitter, and we got a lot of Bcash love. Little indecisive here. Little indecisive, but this might be actually a better setup than most of the alts we just looked at for one reason. It's remained above its 50. It did reject from the 200 like many charts. However, we do see a higher low so far. I don't think that this is broken out yet. It may not, but a retest of that 200 back at 315, probably not the worst trade available. I don't think I'm going to place a trade for this one, but I do think the likelihood of 320 before losing the 50 down at 150. Oh, no, that's right there. Over many streams, we've looked at this, and 150 has been that pretty gorgeous price level that I would look potentially to take along. This would be really, really nice. I think I'll stick with that. Yeah, right around that 618 retracement, right on top of that previous resistance. That'd be a beautiful spot to bounce. Of course, these bounces, while they can be beautiful and mathematical, are not guaranteed. It may not go down there, but if it does, I think that is, I know I have this placed on another chart. We're doing all fresh charts today. I think that is the play if it comes. Remember, as traders, we are way more of hunters, kind of patient hunters, stalkers, than we are, I don't know, aggressively chasing things. We're more waiting for the opportunity setup. And what that means is a lot of the time you're going to wait for these setups and they aren't going to come. And you have to take that mentally as a win instead of a loss. It's very easy to think of that as a loss. Like if you're waiting for a 150 on PCH, it doesn't get there and it goes up and you think, I lost all this money because I didn't go long early. That is the self-defeating mentality. What you really should try to train yourself to think is, well, if that didn't hit, like that's a win in my book. That's a win because I didn't risk anything. I didn't open myself to a potential for loss. And, you know, maybe that isn't the best logical reasoning, but it's the best emotional reasoning to keep yourself in check. It will help. All these little tips and tricks we have to kind of control our emotions are absolutely great returns. Great returns. Every ounce of fear and greed you can take off the table from the market is profit directly at your P&L at the end of the day or the end of the month, whatever end of the year. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. Let's move on. SHIB. What is SHIB doing? I haven't looked at SHIB in a while. I guess this is a really old trade from June. Hasn't gotten stopped yet. Doesn't look too great though. SHIB has not traded long enough for a 200 weekly moving average, but it has traded long enough for a 50. And at the moment, potentially we are seeing that rejection from the 50 higher low. Retest of that 50 is probably the logical next move. Let's just really quick throw a retracement on there, see what it looks like. Yeah, 50 weekly coming right on down to that 618 at just under adding or removing a zero from the price, 942. It's not too bad. I think that this will fly. Maybe from last week's open, looking to stop September 11th. That's a 6 to 1. Not terrible. Not terrible. That's not a bad trade. Not a bad trade. Let's just see. I don't know. I think it's just the order in my watch list, which is like not really in any specific order. So I'm not really sure what will be next. AAVE. We've looked at this before. I do not like this flat bottom. I do not like the rejections from the 50. We do see, though, this is starting to stand out as a pattern for me. A lot of coins have hit either their 50 or 200 and then put in a higher low. That isn't the end of the world. That's not too bad. That could be worse. Like I said, the rejection and then the break of the low previous to the rejection is the really painful signal, and I haven't seen it here. Maybe I've been a little too bearish on some things. AAVE looks like it's going back to 68.82. What it does there, I don't know. Could just be another one, two, three. Could be another lower high with a flat bottom. That would be very bad. The signal obviously going to be a break of that low, and you're looking for lower 2-cent TAs. Ooh, ADA. This. I was hoping this one would be next. ADA looks just like, wow, looks just like Litecoin. Cheers. Cheers to all the Cardano and Litecoin fans out there. We're in the same boat. Looks a lot like it here. Same thing. You're holding that low for now, but that rejection from the 50 looks much more extreme than some other ones. 22 cents, man. That's the price to hold here. Locally 23.7. That is a very slow walk down, and I will give ADA this. I've been a little bearish on ADA, maybe overly. Maybe. But I will give it this. You rejected from the 50. This top wick shows us some pretty hefty sellers, right? So that's pretty bearish. However, you started getting into these red candles, and something interesting here has been happening over the last 5 weeks. While it has closed lower week over week, every week for the last 5 weeks, these candle bodies are getting smaller. And to me, that is a sign, or not to me, in general, that's a sign of seller exhaustion. This exhaustive wick here took a lot of selling power to push back down, and it does look like it's losing steam. It does look like it's losing steam. No divergence, but we do have that similar selling momentum waning on the week. You do have bullish divergence on your weekly lows for ADA here. You have a higher low in price. yet your RSI has moved to a lower level. That is a bullish divergence, and that is just a piece of evidence we can use when deciding what side of the trade or what direction the trend is. It's just a little piece. I'm liking that. Your 618, very just easy peasy TA. Right back to 31.7. I think that was that? No. It was not. I was thinking that was the range before. It's been so long that I'm losing track. I think that's pretty solid. This might take a little bit. Might take a few weeks as ADA's 50 weekly kind of settles on down here. Maybe crosses over 31.7. That might be the signal that it's looking to move. 200 weekly, way up in the sky, really removed. ADA, I guess this is where it separates from most other charts. Incredibly removed. All the way up at 65 cents. What? Wow. I'm not sure when this is going to happen, but I believe ADA will probably this year look to test that. That's an interesting thing. I don't have huge confidence in it, but here is kind of the way my brain works. When I see price escaping or moving away, so rejected twice from the 200 and started moving down, when I see it escaping, I mean, it kind of is trending in a different direction, right? If we just put these two arrows, this is usually a sign to the upside or downside that the market is going to look to correct, and it's going to basically, price is going to look to move to the moving average, and the moving average should be looking to move to the price. Now, it's a 200 week, so it takes a long time for the 200 week to actually be influenced. It takes 200 candles of below or above price, but in general, they look to meet. And the farther away that charts get from these big moving averages, so if ADA does, especially continues down farther, the stronger the attraction back to that moving average. So maybe there's a little bit of hopium for you ADA fans out there. I can't obviously guarantee this year, but it does look attractive, especially with a little bit of this exhaustion here. If you can hold your low. Now, this position could obviously not be taken on leverage because I think it's going to have a pretty big downside here, targeting lower than your lows. Let's see. 12%? Maybe it's possible. That's a big risk to reward. I don't know how I feel about that. That's a 13-1. That's a little bit too rich for my taste, but that may play. That may actually play out. One sec. I found some. When I find gold, I sink my teeth in. After ADA, actually, we'll look at XRP, and then I'll read more of the chat. It's not a terrible spot either. It's not the worst spot. Oh, that's not what I meant. 0.5. Yeah, I could see that working. All right. All right. ADA, interesting. I did not expect to wake up today and be like, maybe there's some upside. ADA has been kind of like my kicking horse for a little bit. Not that I'd ever kick a horse. Let's keep moving. ALGO, AMC. It's all in alphabetical order now. Not what I wanted. Let me just pull up XRPzels, because apparently a good percent of people tune in to watch just for XRP. It ranks highly for our for what people search and click onto our videos for. XRP, if we kind of just compare it in the same way we were the other charts, I want to say this actually looks a little better. You guys have heard kind of an uncanny bullishness from me about XRP, mostly just this year. And it's not because really how I view XRP or anything about it has changed. It's just this chart is interesting. Our lows continue to come up. We had this flat top form. We broke out with the court news, which I don't, was that even like real news now at this point? I'm not sure, because I haven't really heard anyone talk about it. Feel free, chat, to update me, to educate me. It did retrace all of that move, and zooming in, kind of in the same analysis we've just done on these other big caps, we see hits to this 50 through the 200, support, lost it, support, rejected from the 200. So we've gone basically like this, up, down, up, and then, whoa, okay, up, down, up, and now maybe coming back to that 200. That actually looks pretty solid here. This is a very basic, very non-technical look, but does kind of look like maybe it's going to hold this higher low and retest that 200 at 52.6 cents. I still think it's going to move back to that 61.8 before it breaks. I'll say 43. But we've been waiting a long time. And I think really it's just the whole market is very paralyzed, is very stagnant. Not a lot of liquidity coming in. And phew, I mean, this is rough. This is roughest of times. If you're here, if you're one of the 450 people here, wow, good viewership. I was honestly expecting like 150. If you're one of the 450 people here, pat yourselves on the back. If this is your first bear market, give yourself 2 pats on the back, because this has been brutal. This has been brutal, man. I've been in crypto 7 going on 8 years now, and I was here through the last bear market, through the bull markets, and this is something. This is something I talked about in the last stream, but it's not just the pain, it's the sideways. It's maddening. It's completely maddening. There's no release of any of the tension. It's just this, I don't know, since last year, like, when will we fall lower? When will we dump more? And it just keeps not moving, and it is gut-wrenching. It is absolutely gut-wrenching. Pat yourselves on the back. You deserve it. This is why there are riches to be had in crypto, though. The average human cannot deal with what you are going through right now, what you are surviving through, even if you're thinking, I'm not doing that well. Yes, you are. You haven't quit. The average person cannot do this. That is the only reason there's profits to be made. If this was easy, there'd be no profits. It's like the stock market or what index funds. 5% a year, because it's easy. You don't have to do anything. There's no real risk. There's no real emotion. I mean, there is, but talking in generalities here. It's easy. So there's just no money. Crypto is the hardest, absolutely the hardest journey you will ever take in your entire life. But it is also the one with the greatest rewards. So don't quit. If you need a break, if you think, this is awful, all I'm doing is losing money, I hate this, then take a break. Go do something else, get a hobby for a while, forget about crypto, come back when it's spicy. You'll notice whenever it gets spicy, a lot of old names will pop up. That's okay, guys. You're allowed to do that. We'll be here. You just have to come back here. That's all I want you to promise. All right, we've gone through a bunch of the main charts. I do want to say the dollar is absolutely ruining my parade, and I'm not liking it. The dollar has now broken, after all this time, it has now broken past 105.8. The high of March of this year, after we hit 100.8 low and bounced, we broke our low. Now we're back up and we're above all of these, and I don't like it. This is not good. This is not good for equities, crypto. Honestly, it's not good for anything other than the dollar. The dollar, which is odd. I'm in the U.S., so they say, and you'd think I'd be happy about it, but of course I'm not, because this doesn't really help me. All of the things I own are worth less dollars now. The dollars that I own, I guess, can buy more, but really not that much more, especially when you calculate in inflation. I don't think that really my dollars can buy any more than they could, I don't know, 2019. It's not great. This is not good. RSI is, of course, beautiful because it's the dollar, and RSI is at its highest point here. We did have nasty bearish divergence on all of these highs, and we were pretty much just waiting for the dollar to nuke. Did not happen. Did not happen. We are now at a higher high on the day. Your RSI is fine, no bearish divergence. Even the week, so this was the big thing we were looking at is, wow, you had these 1, 2, 3 at the time higher highs in RSI, and you had 3 lower highs, and we were like, heh, classic, gonna dump. RSI is too high, price isn't high enough. Well, it did make it past those highs, and now there is no bearish divergence on the week. It is just floating up. There's no divergence at all. I don't think necessarily it will do this, but the dollar is so tricky. The dollar, I don't know. I hear people trade Forex all the time, and honestly, I don't really know profitable Forex traders. It's interesting. The only really profitable Forex traders I know are people who are involved in government. Wink, wink. Yeah, it is. Every time the dollar, I thought, oh man, clear setup, like right here. Oh yeah, you're right here in price. You got all this bearish divergence. We're going down, yell timber. Every time I think we have a clear signal, it goes the other way. So right now, let's say this. The logical move, I think, with getting rid of this divergence, with breaking your highs, the logical move is to move to 109. That's my opinion. I've been looking for 109 ever since we fell. We've been saying it since, I don't know, late 22. Finally, maybe here, but this is kind of my hesitation, is every time I think something is clear-cut or easy on the dollar, it doesn't do it. So maybe this time it does, and that breaks, you know, this consistency I think about, or maybe we go back down. But this is what we're looking at the moment. 109 is very realistic here. We are at the highest point, I want to say, in the year. Yes, we're at the highest point in the year for the dollar right now. Let's go here. Boom. Gnarly little wick down. Green little hammer candle with 3 months and 5 days to go. That can change, but at the moment, that's pretty threatening to everything, not just crypto, not just stocks, etc. Everything. Gnarly. I wanted to show you guys. These are the trades from last stream. The short was beautiful. The long, of course, got stopped here. I did, right before the stream, throw up this short, and I did enter it on Femex. Let's take a look at how that's doing. I'm currently up 1%. I'm basically rich now. I did take that trade. It's not huge. About $400 in margin on 5X. It's like $2,000 position. $7 up, baby. I guess I'm retiring from trading because I'm rich now. If you guys remember this one, this has been open an irresponsibly long amount of time. You should not do this. This is not a smart way to do this. But I have my reasons. I've kept open a long trade all the way since last year. Well, since early this year, from 16.5. 16.5. It has been open 10 months-ish. I don't actually know how much I paid in fees at this point. I don't know if I can actually tell without closing it. When I do, I'll let you guys know. I want to say it's somewhere in the realm of $600, which is stupid. I should have just closed it a long time ago. But it's still open, baby. Why? Because, I don't know, I like it. It's pretty. And if we do run into the end of the year, or even at the start of next year, whatever, it will be such a flex to post this. 16.5. It'd be such a flex. I did close half of it. I kind of forgot over this time. You can see realized P&L 2800. I did close half of it, and that was more when I closed it. So I guess I did do some. It's up 350%. Kind of down now. Don't really feel like closing it now. The stop loss I have, it's at like 19,000, which I should move up. Really, I should move it up to like 20-ish probably. But I'm lazy. This is Femex, by the way. They are our oldest. They are the original sponsor of this channel. I turned to Femex, I don't even know how long ago it was. A year ago? 2 years ago? I don't even remember. And said, I'm in trouble. Market sucks. Money is drying up, and I want to continue to make content. Can you guys help me out? And they said, yeah, we'll sponsor you. No questions asked. So shout out to Femex. Link is in the video description below, pinned to the top of the chat. They're no KYC. Get some sweet bonuses by using my link. Sign up. It helps me out. Shout out to them. Absolutely. So that short is doing something. It's not super spicy, but it's doing something. All right. After all that distraction, let me pull up the chat. We got 480 viewers. Right on. You guys love me. You really love me. I was like, no one's going to tune in today. It's Monday and it's boring, and I don't know. We got 180 likes with almost 500 viewers, guys. Let's get those numbers up. We can do it together as a team. If I don't get enough likes by the end of the stream, YouTube sends a team of ninjas to assassinate me, and then I won't be live ever again. So please save me from the ninjas. Spare me your clicks. It's just one click. It's very easy. It's very simple. You all got it in you, I believe. So let me see what the chat's saying. On our poll, 300 votes, 44% feeling hopeful about this month. Interesting. Tell me more. 23% negative. I expected that to be higher. Bored, 33%. I expected that to be higher as well. I feel you. I'm kind of in that camp right now. Coastside 228. You're building a rocket ship now? Question mark. I don't know. Are you? Am I moving to Dubai with you? All right, buddy. Sure. Let's go. LFG. Don't you dare. I'm never negative, bruh. Maybe I'm negative sometimes. I'm a human. But I don't feel negative, but I don't know if I feel hopeful right now. I kind of feel bored. Just being honest. Y'all rock. Keep it up. That's right, Moggy. What's up, blockchain in all caps? Love your touch. The grass takes. What? Love your touch. The grass takes. You too, Sven. You too. Grateful MJP. So I take it you have defeated said ninjas before. Well, I don't want to play my hand. You know, like I can't tell them. I can't say it here or else those ninjas then would be prepared on the next attack. But you're onto something there. What's up, Cathal Gaza? How you doing, man? Wake me up when September ends. I have been singing that song all month. All month in my head. What up, dogs? What's up, UFO Nut? Skip Factor. Who else is here? 100 Air. Ninja, please. Janix. You want to see those ninjas? Well, here's the thing is, you don't see them. They're ninjas, bruh. You don't see them. That's like if you see them, they're not ninjas or they're amateur ninjas. You won't. Those are turtles. Don't be afraid. I like that. What's up, David Brum? Your 8x long has been going for a few months, not touching it. Yeah. I can't recommend it. Don't do as I say or as I do. Maybe that's my new motto. What's up, MV? Is there any chance of an ETF this year? Of course there is. There is, of course. It's an interesting thing in general. You know, we've seen this roller coaster of emotions, of news, of litigation, of, you know, all of these mechanics over this ETF. And this talk started, I want to say in 2018. So here we are running on 6 years later. We're on 5, but running on 6 years later. And no ETF yet. Here's my opinion. 1, ETF, it is inevitable. There is no denying it. There is only delaying it. We already have ETFs in other countries. So they already exist. But a US ETF, of course, that's the golden goose. It is coming. It is likely coming whenever it is financially the most viable for the rich people controlling everything, right? Once they have their bags, once everything is in place for them to profit, whether or not they even have Bitcoin or not or whatever, once they're set up, that's when we'll get it. So by the end of the year, I mean, I would love for that. That'd be amazing. I think that would be interesting. There's a narrative where I think that happens. I think here's a prediction. I don't really give these kind of uncanny foreshadowing predictions often, but I will right now because it's Monday. If Bitcoin does not return to its lows this year, so everybody kind of expecting 2019, even we were at the start of the year, everybody kind of expecting that, looking for maybe 15.5 to break is what they're thinking, or maybe just a retest of the lows, something like March back here in 2020. If we don't get that, if maybe we only see, you know, maybe the lows in here, we move up higher, and then we retrace again in the last quarter, you know, down to like the 28s or something, or maybe only to the 30s. If we get something like that, I think we get an ETF at the end of the year, like Christmas. If we see a dump, see, you know, the lows retested like people think or are expecting, then probably not. And that might be counterintuitive. This is just like my hunch. And my hunch is this. If we look at this year, that long from 16.5, right? That beautiful. Pretty much the low of the year. If we look at this, let's just think about kind of the mentality, right? Let's just think about what's been going on in people's heads. So back here, people got FOMO. They bought in at 32, 40s. Up here, 65, they bought it again. It dropped, everyone got fear. It moved up to a higher height. Now, people did get excited and people did buy in at like 69, but I want to say, honestly, not nearly the enthusiasm as these previous highs. But essentially, this is where people were trapped, right? Of course, a lot of you guys out there, myself included, you know, we've been in crypto a long time. We have much lower entries, but for the majority of the new money, which is the only money that really can be shaken out of this market at this point, Bitcoin could drop to $1. I wouldn't sell my Bitcoin. That's stupid. I'd buy more. I'm unshakable, but the hands that are available to be shooken are around here. I want to say 40 to 60K. So basically, this is what they experienced. And some of you out there probably did experience this. They experienced drop 50% drop. 50% drop. 45, but 50% drop. 40% drop. Drop, 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 drop. Almost no reprieve, right? Drop, 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 drop. Here we are at the end of the year. So what do people do? What do people do? And this isn't just new retail, but everybody in general, smart people. What did they do? They harvested those losses by selling. They bought up here, they sold here, and they said, I'll rebuy lower, right? So basically, they removed a lot of their tax burden here by taking a 77% loss and expecting lower. Now, what happened then? So here we are, end of the year. Well, I'm gonna harvest my tax losses because I'm down so hard that's honestly the only intelligent play. If you don't do that, if you hadn't done that or didn't do that, didn't know about that, sorry, but that was the only intelligent play if you were down 77% or whatever from your investments. Your plan was to just rebuy. You could have rebought at the same price, but you thought lower probably for new retail. So what are you doing? You're waiting for lower. Aha. It's the end of the year. It's going to keep dumping. Well, price went up then. Price rocketed up. This wasn't enough to convince people. This was a very nice rally. It was a 50% rally. But I don't think that many people that sold here or even really here were like, okay, I'm sold. There was a lot of skepticism. We had a little shakeout. We had 19.5. This was crushing. As soon as this low broke early March and we hit 19.5, all these people, they started licking their chops, rubbing their hands together and like, I knew it. I'm in. Well, that didn't work out. Price went higher. It went higher. Traded sideways. We had a little dip, not quite the same. We had this, I would say right here is maybe the only, oh my God, we have to get back in moment. And I don't even know if that really was. If any of them were, I think it was right here. You hit that low, similar to the previous low. You're moving up. You're thinking, all right, I made the wrong choice. I got to get back in. Well, then you had how many months of this? 3 months of the same chop. You dropped. You're here. No one is rebuying here that sold here. No one that is bearish is thinking right there is the spot. So this is a long-winded explanation of what I was thinking. Basically, the mindset is this. People were out, whether they sold at the very end of the year, the second, third quarter of the year, whatever. They're out, and they're trapped out. So I believe if our lows hold and we kind of continue just this really obnoxious climb that is really sideways, really grinding, very anticlimactic, I believe that it is likely or more likely to fit that scenario of the big players, the big money looking to make profit on an ETF. I think that fits because they start the ETF, price continues up, and now no one gets back in. They're all forced to buy at these higher prices after the ETF is like already opened. And there we go. I didn't mean to rant that long on it, but it's maybe a little crazy, maybe a little tinfoil hat, but that's how I see it. If we do see retests of the lows, I think we're waiting again. Maybe by the end of 23, maybe 20, or no, 20, maybe 24 then. I don't know. But there is a chance. It's not zero. I am just fully of the opinion now that it is whenever the big monies are ready. I think that's it. Didn't mean to get that sidetracked. My bad. Let me refresh. Thanks for the question, though. Thanks for the question. Tax loss harvest. Yes. 412 in chat, and only... We have more than that. We got 440 in chat. Paul. And we have 226 likes. But I do appreciate you hyping up those likes. Keep it going. We do have some new subscribers. Let's go. Paper beats rock. Not only factual, but a Chad for subscribing. Thank you, man. Good to have you. Make sure everyone here new today, jump in the Discord. We have some new stuff coming up. I think I'm going to start in October. This channel started with like a patron group thing when we were newer. And I think we'll see how the market goes. We might bring it back. Now, it won't be the same. I think it'll be a lower cost, but like maybe we'll do 1 stream a week, or like 2 streams a month. I don't know, of like just content in the Discord or just with those people. And it's like, obviously I can answer questions more in depth, take more like tailored, personalized stuff. I don't know what the price point would be, but we'll figure it out. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, to join the Discord. I don't know how I got on this. I'm sidetracked today. But join the Discord. There's new stuff coming. New stuff, good stuff. We have Gen X Degen, my guy. Another one. Another one. Another one. Mark Lewis, if it ever plays. Come on. Snap, snap. Chop, chop. There we go. Mark Lewis, fellow Chad. Trade Family. We're not even done. We have one more. These are taking too long. I'm not going to replay them all. Trade Family, shout out to you for subscribing. And then also, Hafiz Muhammad Shayoib Aladita. I don't know how I did that. I probably butchered that. But shout out to you and everyone else who's going to subscribe today. You the best. You the best. What's up, Russ UWGB? Dark Lord Army. What's that? September sucks. Dorktember on the way. Okay. What's Dark Lord Army? What's up, Folsom Hodl? You don't like the theory they're waiting until they have enough, either they buy or not, or what? Are they waiting to sell more lemonade? Well, I think they're waiting for infrastructure. I think they're waiting for market conditions. A Bitcoin ETF for the US, the first one, is potentially billions, if not hundreds of billions, if not more, dollars of a fund. Not day one, but we're talking, I don't know, even a year out of its creation. Really big numbers. It's not something that is going to just be thrown sloppily into place at this point. It's going to be crafted. That much money is never not calculated. They're fixing. And I mean, it's clear they're waiting for the right time, whatever that means. I'm just really speculating and kind of tinfoil hatting my opinion on it. It is obvious they're waiting for something because they keep delaying them. They are going to exist. There is a 0% chance in my mind that this never happens. 0% that it never happens. I don't know what the conditions are. Tiger Low. What's up, Hassan Jahaj? Tiger Low. Nah. 17K last black sales. All right. 20K ain't happening. I hope not. I mean, I don't really care if it does. I'd prefer just go up, though. I'd prefer. You're ready for the Silk Robe? Hundernair. There's some people out there who know the Silk Robe will return when the time is right. When the timing is correct. The robe. The goat will return. I'm ready for those days. I'm ready for the robe days. I don't know about y'all, but I'm ready for them. It was a little short-lived last time, the robe. A little short-lived. Hopefully this time around it sticks around a little longer. A little longer. Jonah, plain clothes. What are you guys doing? We all are. That's right, Shring. What's up, Johnny? I missed the robe days too, but they'll be back. They'll be back. Oh, I thought you said Silk Robe coming back. Well, the Silk Road probably never coming back, but the robes will come back. You still have yours. Is that your actual position? What? Is what my actual position? This is the trade that I took, yeah. Yeah. What is a silk rope? Good question. What's up, AXL? Hello, Very Sun. Very Sun to you as well. Very Sun to everyone. What's up, Alex Wells? Just want to mention Bybit is looking to shut down UK operations. Thank you for the heads up, Alex. Bybit, yeah, they've had a great run as an exchange. They're still doing well. They've been slapped with some KYC stuff. We're seeing other exchanges too, like I believe KuCoin, BitGet. KYC is not for your protection, just so you know. KYC is taking your most personal, sensitive information and giving it to an exchange that you don't know what they're going to do with it right away, and you don't know what they're going to do with it down the line. I don't like doing it, and I'll do it. I like doing it if it's like a U.S. exchange I trust, like Coinbase. Yeah, I'm at KYC with you. I'm not trying to not show who I am. I'm trying to not allow my information to fall into the wrong hands. It's that simple. Really easy softball pitch. Femex, no KYC. When things change, you make an agreement with an exchange. Remember those terms of service that you read that no one reads, but you're held to for some reason anyway? You agreed to something. Then the agreement changes. I think that is always worth considering and to take action on. It doesn't mean Bybit's done. I'm sure they're not. They're fine. But if you're in the UK, you're probably not going to be able to use them. Great time to sign up for Femex. There you go. Easy peasy. What's up, Omer Abasi, first time subscriber. Looking forward to amazing stuff. Oh, you're putting the pressure on me now, aren't you, buddy? Putting the pressure. I'm just playing. Good to have you, my friend. Good to have a bunch of new names. Very surprising, actually. I'm rather surprised at the amount of new names here. Very happily surprised, but surprised. We do a lot of content. I was actually just looking for this video. The first long-form video that we've ever published. We've been streaming 4 years, going on 5. Right there. Check it out after the live. Not right now. Preach. I'll keep preaching. It's a meme coin. You want a couple extra 100 listeners, you can help me. I mean, I want a couple extra 100 real listeners. HTX KYC database. What's you mean FTX? So there we go. Bathwater Basin. Perfect follow-up. Thank you for that. I think you mean FTX. FTX KYC database was just hacked. Exactly. So even if FTX had no malintent, no malicious intent for the KYC information, they did everything they could to protect it or something, I don't know. But say they did. These things still happened. They were hacked. Now all of that information, meaning like your passport, your social security, your picture, your name, is all associated. All that information is now on the web, and not just on the web, but it's also associated with crypto. And what that means is you almost certainly, with almost 100% confidence, will have now scammers, phishers, hackers, people targeting you because they know you have crypto and they know your contact. This happened with the Ledger database hack too, though obviously much less sensitive information, just a name and an email. Be careful. Be careful and be wary. KYC does not mean that your information will be private, and it is not for you. It is not to protect you. It is really to protect the exchange from the SEC. Be wary. Lock your credit. That's right. What's up, Eddie? How you doing, man? Cole Robot coming soon. Bro, WEX exchange. I don't know what that is. Trekking Travelers. Wex. We got Snoop Dogg. What? I like it, Russ. Snoop Dogg. Can you rank the top 3 trading exchanges in your opinion? Depends on where you are. Depends on what you have access to. I mean, without a doubt, you've got your classic Coinbase and Kraken. Those would have my highest trust score. For a leverage exchange, I'm going to follow up with Femex. They are a sponsor, so no, guys, that I am a little biased, but I have used them for years. I've never heard of any problem from anyone, really, like withdrawing or anything. So I guess those are my 3. I think Binance is a great exchange, too. I don't use them because they're geofenced. Many people can't use them. The FUD alone, though, with Binance is a little... It makes it a little rough, especially for newer people, because even if FUD isn't real, I think Binance is fine, too. Even if nothing is real, the constant news, the constant negative news is going to stress you out, and it might make you emotional. It might make you, or push you to take bad decisions. So there's my honest opinion. Space Ape, you didn't show your ID to get on a normal brokerage, but you do have to give Social Security. Yeah. That information. So like with a stock exchange, like a US thing, it's probably a little safer. Though again, that doesn't guarantee the safety of your info. Just be wary. Be wary. And in my opinion, use no KYC whenever possible. Well, now the short is slightly, ever so slightly in loss. That's kind of annoying, this sizing here. There we go. There we go. This is Femex I'm trading on. BT Dubs. What's up, Mike Volmer? Bring the spice. Monkey. They don't care about you. They just care about paying the mafia. True. What's up, King Peasant? R.S. Miller. Hello. Solar Miner, you're late. That's fine, man. You're always allowed to be late. What's up, Patrick Horror Batty? You're late as well. That's fine. You guys, you're allowed to be late. Are you in this trade right now? Yes. KFC. Why KYC when you could KFC? Brought to you by Kentucky Fried Chicken. Kentucky Fried Chicken. I want some KFC. What's up, Just Call Me Joe? Good to see you. How are you? If I could dive into the possibility of lack of supply once the ETF is in full force. Yeah. That is kind of the whole point, right? Of the ETF. I'm not an expert, so I don't want to speak expertly on it. But essentially, an ETF is similar in a way to Grayscale. Grayscale is like an ETF without the official title and tax exemptions. Basically, it's like a pool. You can think of it as a separate pool from circulating supply, where coins go and really don't leave. With an ETF, I believe you can redeem them, but in general, it is like it's its own little economy. An ETF allows traditional investment vehicles like, I think, 401k, Roth IRA, etc., to be able to directly then invest in Bitcoin spot via the ETF. And that spot essentially sits in the ETF and trades inside the ETF, right? So what happens with an ETF is you have essentially a vacuum. You have a vacuum of supply that goes basically to die there. Like, not actually die, but goes there just to stay there and be traded within the ETF and to be held. The ETF has to hold the physical asset, I believe, 1-to-1. And that can create a supply crunch. If you want an example of what an ETF, a spot ETF approval can do, well, this is the best chart to look at. It might seem weird to many people. It might seem counterintuitive or not right timeline-wise, but it is. Can you guess on this chart when gold spot ETF was approved? I know when it was approved. I don't really know what month. But there you go. Right here. Right there. So kind of thinking about gold, right? It rallied incredibly through the 70s, topped out basically at the start of the 80s, and then spent 20 years doing nothing. Nothing. Right here, 2004 is when a gold ETF was approved. Gold then went on a 10-year running streak. 10 years of up. It went from 300, maybe 400 to 2,000. And this is gold. It went 5x in 10 years. This is it. And you can also see it was also approved kind of in this bear market-y crappy time. And gold had even broken low right before. Now, people say, well, ETF, it might be bad it might be bad for Bitcoin. Maybe. It will. I think it's very unlikely it would be bad short term. I think we'd see a decade similar to gold. And then, maybe inevitably you get this 10-year trough because gold has not moved. It spent 10 years running to 2011, and it really, it did break the all-time high since then, but not meaningfully. It's been about 10 years consolidating here. So there's the most, I don't know, the example I can give you. My short is getting riggedy wrecked. Boo. That's okay. I'm not an expert on ETFs. I know it's spot, meaning they have to hold the asset. They have to custody the asset. And that is supply. When they're holding it, that is not being traded on the open market, which in general doesn't guarantee price goes up. As I said earlier about something, I said spot going to exchange for Ethereum can't be considered bullish. It is a bearish thing, but it doesn't have to play out bearishly. It's kind of the opposite scenario. Is supply being stuck in an ETF is bullish. It really can't be viewed as bearish short term, but it doesn't guarantee price goes up. I would be willing to bet that price goes up, though. I personally think that's a solid bet. I think that's a solid bet. I'm going to pull up more chat. Obviously, we still got 400-ish viewers. Yeah, boy. Yeah. You guys bringing me the energy. I like it. It was Monday. I was feeling rather Mondayed earlier. But I'm feeling better thanks to you guys. There we go. All right, all right. Let's just take a peek here. Not a lot of gainers in the last hour. Seemingly something is wrong with this because 0% can't be the biggest loser when there's bigger losers below it. Weird. On the day, ChainLink. All right, we'll take a look at ChainLink. Maybe we'll take a look at Aptos, but they had like a hack thing, right? I don't know if it was Aptos that got hacked or if it was the exchange or if something weird happened where Aptos got dumped, I think, like fake coins or something. Not a lot of other movers there. On the week, WeMix, I don't know what that is. Market cap isn't too tiny, but it's pretty tiny. Curve up 20. Immutable X, ChainLink. ChainLink stands out as the one we probably should take a peek at. So let's take a peek at it. All right, not looking too terrible. Not looking too terrible. All right, so last time we looked at ChainLink, I want to say $6. We were looking for a move to 7.10. We got it. This is pretty good. I'm going to delete some of this stuff so you can see better. But this is actually looking pretty nice. So this is the last year, 10 months, like over a year. So over a year. We have seen ChainLink really top out at around $9. We've seen it hit as low as 471. Finding support there, that was your lowest point. What I see on a bigger picture for ChainLink is a broadening descending wedge. And you saw me delete that little doodle. Basically what we're looking for is test to the top and the bottom. Eventually though, testing the top and putting in a higher low. This right here could be that higher low. I don't know if I would bet on it right now. This could be, though. And if it is, what would we look for? We'd look for it to test the top of the range again at 850. That would be a first good sign. But then, more importantly, we would need to see a break of the highs. Preferably a back test. We do see that happen commonly. That would be around 880 and then a move higher. I think that has probably what it takes to bring you into the $10, maybe $15 range. We are getting ahead of ourselves here. This little reversal has not broken a high in a way that makes me think or makes me very confident that I'll continue quite yet. But let's zoom in here. Weekly is rolling over. You can't hate that when you're looking for more upside. Momentum, that's kind of sketchy momentum. It is buying momentum here on the week, but this week is still fresh. And I don't like when you see kind of these reversals right away. Usually you see them kind of end up in the other direction by the end of the week, but time will tell. We'll see. Daily looking pretty strong here. I like that. And that's looking pretty good. Making these little pullbacks, moves up, pulled back to support again. I like it. You do have on the day some untestedness around 650, 640. But you don't need to test that. This momentum looks a lot better to me. Higher highs here, holding on to that bullish, increasing buying momentum as the day looks to roll over. Ooh, this link might be going to 850, boys. It might be. It might be moving up to 850 like this, though. But it does look like it's going to 850. Nice clean run. Nice clean run. No issues with your RSI here. This looks pretty good. This looks pretty decent. 12-hour and a strong uptrend. RSI and a strong uptrend on the 12 and the day. Ooh, I love this. I love this right here. I never hear anyone talk about this. This is interesting. I don't know if I made this up. I've made up a lot of my own analysis over the years, and I've fine-tuned it as it worked or didn't work. But this is a sign I really like on any chart. I've never heard really anyone else talk about it. I've never seen videos about it, so I don't know. If you have, let me know. But this concept here, so RSI is commonly read as, oh, it's overbought or it's oversold. And we can look for divergence, and that's pretty much how people use it. Well, one thing that I don't hear people talk about, and that I do, maybe I made it up, is RSI and its relation to the 50 line. So the relation to the middle of RSI, the middle point. So not overbought, not oversold. I don't really care about overbought and oversold. I don't think that they're the signs people think they are. However, what I'm getting at is I like when, so if I'm looking for an uptrend, I like when RSI remains above 50. Might sound simple, but when RSI seems like shy, like it doesn't want to go under 50, it's scared, you tend to see real uptrends. The same is true in reverse. When RSI is stuck below 50, you are typically in a downtrend. You're typically in a downtrending market, whether or not you know it. I like this. This is on the 4 hour, so this isn't the biggest time frame. I wonder what, like 12 hour. Didn't really look. These ones, 12 hour daily, not quite doing that in the same fashion, but I like this. This to me is a strong signal on RSI of an uptrend. It's on the 4 hour, so don't think moon maybe yet. But I do like that. I've never really heard of anyone else talk about it. I might have just made it up. That is looking pretty good, though. That's looking pretty good. I think 850 is coming. Do I have no alerts on Link? Let me see what I did get alerts on, actually. Let's swap it over to... What chart was I using? This one? What chart was I using? Here's Loom. I still have this up from the other stream. Our short's still holding on here on Loom, but it is looking a little sketchier. You can see these previous attempts at these highs did not hold on. They shot up and then shot back down. This one does seem to be holding on a little more, so Loom does have some of my attention. Does have some of my attention here. Where was... Here we go. This was the chart I was using. Looks like Coin dropping to new lows for this quarter. Hitting 69. If that 50 weekly at 63 bucks wouldn't be a bad spot. Weekly kind of looking like shit though on Coin. Kind of looking like shit in the shorter term for the week, but I think there's another story here. Something like this. I can see that. Kinda paints a head and shoulders then. Like, kinda. Not very clean. But I think this could be done. That's a big stop. That's 30% stop. That's probably too big. Something like that. $63, $64, 50 weekly moving average, right on that trend line. If you get that bounce, then it looks like you're playing this out. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. I'll put a picture of this. I'm gonna put a copy of that in the Discord. Hold up. There it is. Let me see. PEPE. To PEPE. Also got an alert while we were out. Man. Short's still alive, but hanging on by a prayer, isn't it? Ooh, that long got stopped. We got sniped. I think PEPE is probably heading for this next resistance, 778. Yeah. I have too many charts. Holy crap. How did I lose this? I just had it up. There it is. PEPE. GALA. GALA eating some crap. All right, let's take a peek at GALA. Yikes. And I thought other stuff looked bad. This is looking real bad now. I don't know where GALA has the longest history. I kind of assumed it was Binance, but it might not be. That's not that much history. Is there like a crypto chart? Getting a little heartburn. All right. These Celsius, I think, are upsetting my stomach. I haven't even drank this and I have a little heartburn. Oh, there's FEMEX. They've got it. But they don't have the oldest history. I don't know what will. Bittrex, maybe. Bittrex almost, like, a lot of the time has the longest history. Okay, I don't know. I don't know what will have the longest. Oh, look at all these into the block datas. I don't know what those really are. Wow, that's a lot. There it is. Crypto, GALA. Oh, TUSD. What? These crypto things I've noticed a lot of the time have the most history. And you can't search by them. Cool. All right, we'll go back to Binance, I suppose. Yikes. I think there is more history. I think it's been lower, but maybe not. Maybe not. GALA looks like dog. Dog crap. Okay. All right, I do think so. I do think GALA looks like dog crap. But I do think GALA is looking to go back to 1.69 nice cents. But is it yet? I don't know if it's yet, though. RSI lows are starting to pick up. Let's get rid of this for now. So, I don't actually know if there's more price history. If there is, then maybe there's a long somewhere, but I don't know. I'm not going to find it right now while we're live. I typically like going long versus short. However, in this scenario, short is like the logical spot, right? Doesn't guarantee that this will play, whether it goes lower, maybe just down to this psychological 1 cent level. That'd be almost regardless. Not a bad place to look for a long position if you want one. Likely makes more sense than randomly like 1.3. But the trade here that I see is not actually a long. It's likely a short. I don't like short, but this is likely a short. You have a low, you have a lower high, failed to find bidders, low or high. You broke that low, you've fallen below it. So what do we look for? We look for that previous support to be turned to resistance. It's also going to be hard where to really pin a take profit. You could, wherever this reverses, I guess, I suppose. I think that 1 cent mark, though, I think that might be epic. This. Now, your stop loss there is going to be anyone's guess, especially if it has never traded this low. Anyone's guess, but your take profit could be placed right back at that previous support. And then you can reverse engineer this trade just by dragging the stop loss down, getting the risk to reward you want. I like a 3, so I'll leave that there. There you go. GALA, though, not looking hot. 10-year yields. Ooh, 10-year yield breaking out. Let's go to a bigger time frame. Sorry, Pickle, there's a lot of timestamps. 10-year yields are on the rise still. After crashing, March 2020, they've had a violent move to the upside. They did stall out there for a few months. Now this month, pushing past its high. Let's look to the left. Where's our next spot? Right around here. 5.35%. Do a little analysis. 5.17%. Wow, monthly rolling over. What's about to happen to 10-year yields? Holy poop. What is about to happen? I wish Bitcoin's monthly looked like this. You have your money flow lows coming up on the month. 1, 2, 3, 4. Your lows coming down. There's our rolling over signal, each one of those. Now money flow at the zero line, basically. VWAP has put in 1, 2, 3 higher highs. Momentum has put in a higher high. And VWAP is kind of doing this fake out and turn back up. This is wild. What is about to happen to 10-year yields? They look like they're going to moon. They look like they're going to go bonkers. Now, that is monthly, right? Monthly time frame. So a monthly bullish signal could take years to play out. Could take a very long time. But that is very strong. Holy crap. I think 7%. I think 7%. If not even, I mean, like, who knows? Maybe even 15? Like, that is insanity. That's absolutely bonkers. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's not even the monthly. That's the quarterly. Holy shit. Holy shit. What is happening? Wow. I'm going to have to learn more about 10-year yield so I can come back to you guys and tell you more about it. KASPA also gave me an alert. It has settled back down. Let's take a peek on the day. KASPA, yeah, you hate to see it. You hate to see it. You have a higher high in price. You broke to a new all-time high on KASPA. Very exciting. You entered price discovery. However, bulls just didn't have what it takes. Did not have what it takes, at least not yet. You broke your market structure on the 22nd, breaking that low. You have come back up. Did test that fair value gap today. It's got a shot, but you have a higher high. You went into price discovery, and you weren't able to just launch, and that is never a good sign. There shouldn't be resistance above your all-time high. So what that means is participants who are already in KASPA took profit heavily at that all-time high, pushing the price back down. And then on top of that, that selling pressure gave you a lower high on RSI, giving you bearish divergence on that high, and you broke market structure. It doesn't look great. It's not the end of the world. I mean, it doesn't mean doom, but that's not a good look. That's not what I was hoping to see. I want to see stuff pop off. I want to see stuff go to the moon. I want to see it moon, baby. Weekly is all right. Weekly doesn't look bad. Monthly is still pretty good. So looking at the monthly here, we do have those issues on the day, maybe on the week. On the month, though, with 5 days to go, a close above 4 cents is going to look pretty damn good. Close above 4 cents is going to give you a 3-candle long setup, and that would suggest that the market's going to look to continue into October. No guarantees. You got 5 days. It's currently trading at 4.7 cents. You're really just looking for above 4. You're really looking above 4. And if you close above 4, if you close even higher, maybe up here, likely in October, you do see that move down to 4 cents before maybe you wake in October, maybe in November, moving higher. That's likely how I would see it on a monthly time frame. Crude oil was blasting off on Friday, and I didn't even really... I like pointed it out and then didn't even look at it. So really quick. Blasting off, are we? Just kind of retracing. With the strength that... What's really weird right now, chat, is the dollar is just no F's given popping off, right? Setting new yearly highs. What's weird is this is happening, but none of the other charts are really responding in the way that I would expect. When the dollar moves up, we expect to see stocks move down, gold move down, equity, whatever, everything move down in dollars. And has that happened? Maybe, kind of. We are looking for a short on the S&P 500, which technically we could have filled today. Technically, yeah, we can see a little droopiness. But breaking that high today, I would have expected to see a more volatile reaction from all markets. It doesn't really seem like we're getting it, and that is sus. That is sus. Does that mean this will sell off? Maybe. But it's just weird. So like the dollar is up. Then we look at crude. Crude's up. And that makes sense. Maybe that's the only thing that makes sense, right? But it does look like crude started rallying before the dollar. June. Where is this? June? July. So oil started rallying here. Dollar fell. Oil continued rallying. Dollar caught up. I don't know. It just doesn't feel like the dynamic that I would expect here. What do you guys think? And I've been ignoring the chat. I'm going to turn my attention back. I got sidetracked. There we go. Here's my crappy little short doing crappy short things. Any word about Cody? I don't know, Red Voyager. You tell me. Evan Casey. Oops. Whoops. Evan Casey. Dixie looks like Bitcoin in March of 22. You think so? March of 22. Am I looking at the wrong thing? Okay, all right. Okay, Evan, all right. Yo, props to Evan Casey. Shout out to you, my friend. All right. You know, I like this and I see it. At first I was like, what are you talking about? Now I kind of see it. You have your, the only thing you're missing is like your low break in the middle. We can ignore that. But you have like highs. I'm sure you had bearish div there, right? You didn't. You didn't. Okay. But I still see it. So I see it here as you pushed up to a new high and your RSI went to a new high. That's exactly what the dollar did. You had a range of like 1, 2. This is your third, similar to the dollar. Man, that would be awesome. I don't know how confident I am in that, but I do see it. You came from a fall. You hit a higher high and you rejected. Well, I'll tell you what, I hope that's what happens. I see that. The only thing different is this low right here. If that low wasn't there, it would look really, really identical. But I do kind of see it. It's just like branch, this like kind of weak, kind of like if you're holding like a really long piece of wood, you're trying to hold it up from the base. It's just like you're struggling, all that weight, the fulcrum's pulling it down. Very tight. I see it. That would be so dope. That would change everything, Evan. Like right here. It's like that ascending channel bringing you to the high of the range, and then you lose it. Well, let's collectively hope that's what happens. And you know what? We can even look at what that would look like really quick. Am I long on Bitcoin, Kilo? I'm always long, baby. Always long. Oh, this is the old dragon pattern. This was so long ago. We drew this out before the dollar had its crazy rally in 21. 22. Dragon pattern. Let's get rid of it though. So just really quick, because I like this, and this is a new thought, I'll take it. We don't have the close yet, so today closes, if it closes above, that'd be cool. Basically, you'd be looking for a high, a test of it, a lower high, and then just like this, right? High, lower, high, falls down, kind of trends, and then, okay. So high, lower, high, trends down, gets your little lip, and then I was saying this earlier when I was talking about the dollar. I said, with this break today and you don't have your divergence is cleared, logically the chart is going to look for 109. And then I said, but the dollar, every time I've seen something that I think logically, confidently adds up, it does something else. And this would be the something else. This would be hella nice. I hope we're on it. I'm keeping my eye on it, Evan. Absolutely. What is this musically? I have no idea, dude. I can't even hear it. And just turn it off. What's up, Dave Digital? Put on something with heavy bass. We need a moment. All right. I got a song for you. YouTube's been real weird with music lately. It's always been weird with music, but it's been even weirder. It's been even weirder. And my pretzel player has been really weird. The one that I have a player, I used to pay for a player that played non-copyright music, and for years it was fine. And now, like every stream, it's like it gives me issues when I use it. But I got a pump song for you. I got some bass. Some bass. It's a classic. I can't even play it. Screw you, pretzel player. I'll just go to YouTube and play it, you dumb effers. Effers. If I can find it. No, this is it. I want to hear the song now. Here we go. Mortar by AG. The song's got some bass. Might be too loud. Turn down. Yeah, it was just playing on a random. This is playing on a random. GALA to 0, Razvan. It's kind of
should have kept you where you belong.
Greetings from Estonia Rigo.
No matter how many gods fall, there will always be another to stand against you.
They will fall as well.
They will fall.
Death of Olympus means the death of us all.
Then prepare for your death.
I love this. I need to play God of War.
Stand against you.
They will fall as well.
Death of Olympus means the death of us all.
Then prepare for your death, Poseidon. You challenge me, mortal? The god of Olympus? You have disrespected the gods for the last time, Kratos. There you go. 6.2. A true warrior does not hide. Leave the sea and face me. Leave the sea and face me. That is your death, Poseidon. I don't even know if they're real right now.
go. There's a bassy BD. That's one of my favorite songs. It's not copyrighted. AG is I guess the producer or the DJ. It's called Mortal. Love it. Solana, I just pulled up really quick. I just pulled up H bar. Someone asked for it. I could see 6.2 cents. I think there's a trade there. Basically just looking for a lower high. I flipped through Crow, which looks not good. Crow looks not good. These trades, still the only thing I'd even look at right now. Loom. We already looked at Loom. Unibot. I think Angela. Was it Angela that asked for this? Looks like our target was hit. She asked for it back here and said, probably got a little lower to go. Probably targeting that $50 mark. I could see it retracing back to this just below 75. Looking good for now. WBT. Someone asked for this a while ago. Looking for lower highs and eventually a test of that $5 mark. It's looking pretty likely. Woo. No real update. Price is right where we left it. But Solana hit our entry at 1920. Now, I don't love that it's hit this multiple times as support, but at the moment, I'm still looking for this same staircase. Basically, we called the $20.30 rejection, 1920 support. I'm looking for a move up and then a back test of that previous resistance at $20.30. Eventually, reaching out to about 22. That's looking pretty solid. RUNE. I don't even remember when we looked at RUNE. RUNE looking okay. Established resistance, $1.62. One hit, two hit, miss. Baroque backtest. If RUNE can bring it back up to $2, it is set up for a very spicy move to the upside. Where are we targeting? $3. Well, something like that. So far, so good. If it loses this support here at 162, then things get a little uglier. You might be coming all closer, maybe down to what our original entry was, 143, something like that. Sound like that. Ooh, Algo short. There it is. There it is. Algo finally entering. I guess it technically did there, but finally entering this short. Definitely feeling less confident about it here, but short at 10 cents makes a lot more sense, in my opinion, than long here, right below support. That may be a solid short. Yeah, it's a solid short. Dollar, Bitcoin. Well, Bitcoin has not moved at all during this stream. It is chilling. It is chilling. So what are you guys doing? I don't know. It's 2:30. What time do we start streaming? 1 hour and a half in, a little more. I'm not going anywhere. I don't know. What am I doing today? What's up, Crawler? Let's see who's here. What new people are here? Algo is crazy. Our participants in the chat have definitely dried up a little bit. We have been live for a while, but I see Andrewska05 Car for Coin. What's up, Brad? What are you looking at? Chocolate Wee, Crawler, Dave Digital, Davian Silva, Jericho Steel, the only man with a cooler name than me. Crypto Nautic. How you doing, Angel? My man. My buddy. Crypto Nautic. What's up? Sumanth, you're still here. Salute to you for making it through the whole stream. Lucas, how you doing? Nathan Roberts, NTHL, Rory the Rolling Robot, reppin'. Showing that robotic stamina. What's up, Moon Man? Patrick, Stefan Hertel. Strax, you've been here the whole time. Cheers to you. Sven, you've been here the whole time. Pickle, of course, and Monkey, my boy Zero is here. MVK. If you're not in the Discord, you should be. If you haven't subscribed, you should. What's up, Drip OG? How you doing, bro? Let's see, do we have any new subscribers? Not since Paper Beats Rock. But that might just be a glitch. Doesn't always update. Alex Wells still here. Hell yeah. Solana. I think you mean Brolana. Brohana. Solana Brohana. Fernanda Banabubana. We got 550 votes. And the distribution is still similar. 44% hopeful. 24% negative, 33% bored. That's almost exactly how it was at the beginning of the stream. That's funny. What's up, Hiva? Yo. You were here since pre-stream. I know. You take the prize today. Gina. Gina's been there? What? Gina's here? I didn't even know. Now I'm nervous. Hey guys, I'm at the thing when the giggles when blockchain backer says Solana. Did he say Solana? I don't know. I don't know how he says it, but Solana. Solana? PP Pump Brew. PP Pump Brew? PP Pump Brew. PP Pump Brew. I don't know. Is it PP Pump Brew? It doesn't look too bad, actually. Broke your high. Came back. Look at that wick. Look at this wick. Wait, that was cool. I didn't know I could do that. Yeah. That's entertaining. I've never done that. It won't stay though. No, stay there. Don't. There we go. Oh well, didn't really work. Maybe. Potentially coming off that higher low. I did say earlier in the episode, I do think PEPE or PEPE is moving to 778. So next upside resistance. I'm not really confident it'll move past that though. Not really confident. I love you, my man. Crypto Nick. Okay, I don't know your name. Angel. His name's Angel. Sorry for doxing you. Didn't mean to dox you. GLMR. Okay. I forget. Someone else asked for it. Maybe it was you. I don't know what GLMR is, but I have a chart. Hasn't been open since March of last year. So these are going to be much higher. Yep. Well, I guess you're looking at it because today it pumped 42%. That's a big pump. No way in hell I would long it right now. No way in hell I would long this right now. Just look at the local kind of move. Nope. No way. Wow, this Jeebs. What? Yes. Yes, 33? Like maybe this candle. I don't usually use them. 25. Well, I guess it's looked better than it's ever looked, but that's not saying much. This thing has never looked very good. I think it shorts the play. Link. Stop loss. 20% stop loss. This is probably equally dangerous to short as it is to long. Let's be real. Let's see a short from 32.91, 33 cents if it comes. Giggity if it comes. Interesting. It might have room for 32, but I would never take a long here. Never would take a long here. If I had to take a long here, I mean, I guess you just market it, put it at your low, and then pray. You get a 3-to-1. Pray? I don't know. This thing's up 42% today. Buying into a 42% pump is just like the classic way to lose your money. Like, it did it here. This does look a little different. I won't lie. This does look a little different, but I think you just look for 25 cents to short. I guess you do your highs 26 and then what? You guys always make me look at the hardest ones. Something like that. So potentially potentially looking to short from 25. If you, for whatever reason, have to long, which I think is a terrible idea, you might be looking for 33. Your stop down here. I would not touch that. Red again in the background. I can't put anything that I don't know, matter of fact, is not copyrighted. Can't play anything even for a second that I am not 100% confident is not copyrighted. And people telling me it's not is not enough. YouTube does not F around with them. Does not mess around with the copyrighted music. Nay. That's why I use this like non-copyrighted music player that hasn't been working. Okay, Bitcoin threatening my short again. Yikes. Yikes. You're printing money, baby. Whoa. My vape just died. It just vibrated in my mouth. That was weird. Never happened before. Kind of hurt my teeth. Bitcoin actually looking kind of good here now. I was just bitching. And now it's looking all right. All right. Very close. Very, very close. Breaks 26.4. I mean, it's probably going right back to 26.6. It's not quite there. I had the right idea to short though. Time to get back in the gym. Been in the gym, baby. Whenever I wear a white shirt, I always look thinner. I think it's because it just washes me out. Just washes me out. What's up, Shook90? C-Web, what's that? Jungie Boy. Champ, you're the champ. Joe Clink. Slap it on a megaphone. We talked a lot about it. I'm not gonna do it again. New to crypto, what's up, Shin L? Who should you learn from? Crypto is a journey of self-discovery. Who should you learn from? Well, you're asking someone who pretty much all they do is teach people about crypto, so I'm a little biased in my answer. You should take many sources of information, but you should depend on none. There we go. I'm about to lose my short. You should depend on none. You have to really calibrate your own compass in crypto. Almost everyone who speaks about crypto has some kind of incentive or some kind of angle where they're looking to profit off of you. So you have to be very wary. There are many bad actors. There are many more bad actors than good actors. The amount of good actors I can count on like one hand, two hands. Not going to name names. Don't trust anyone. Only trust yourself. Don't even trust yourself. Be careful, Shin. It's a dangerous journey, but there are great rewards. What's up with VRA? No idea. What's up? Abhishek David Raj. Hey, bro. Hey, man. Can I ask what amount of leverage you're using, if any? Depends on what I'm doing. The short that I opened right before the stream is just 5x. As long I've opened is 6x. I tend to use like 5 to 10. I don't usually dabble too much deeper than that. It's kind of my comfort zone. I prefer like 3 though. 3x is beautiful. Chillin', I'm chillin'. What's the news? Maro Mega. The news. Oh yeah, I forgot I had that in the title. Well, clickbait worked. We had a bunch of new viewers today. Right on. Team B Crypto. One thing I will say that I can say confidently is you have to be careful what you learn, who you learn from, take all the sources, but definitely Join our Discord. I think the best exposure to crypto stuff you can find is just a community of people who love crypto talking, and that's what's in the Discord. Just chatting, where you can ask questions, people can answer them. You know, they might not be the most expert, but they just want to because they're also excited about crypto. Surround yourself with people that are also excited about crypto, and preferably with as much experience as you can find in them. That's where the value comes. It's not from watching YouTube videos or whatever. Just like being in the space, being immersed in it, understanding the ebbs and the flows of the market, how it functions, etc. So join the Discord. Discord.gg/TomCrown. Wearing a smaller shirt works, yeah. I think this is like a smaller shirt than I usually wear. 3x is the sweet spot, yeah. Also, if you're just learning trading, you shouldn't use leverage. Where are the channels in Discord? You verified? I guess it didn't verify you, or else you'd be able to see them. In whatever room you can see MVK, just at Tom Crown at me, and I'll add you. Legend, thank you, King. You're legend. I'm losing my voice again. Mihai Neg, what's up? Hopefully it'll dump. Yeah, well, hopefully for my short, but crypto makes me feel funny in my pants. Yeah. All kinds of confusing in my pants. Gareth Soloway is one of the few good actors. I like Gareth. Everyone's opinion of everyone's different, though. It's the best risk reward to look for to be consistent. Personally, I think 2 to 1 or 3 to 1. I like 3 to 1, but 2 to 1, especially if you're starting, I think is probably better. Or just put 1 to 1s. Or 1 to 1. And just like kind of feel safe. The higher your risk to reward, the less often you're going to win, but the bigger your wins will be. The lower the risk to reward, the more often you'll win trades, but the lower or the smaller your wins will be. So whatever mentally is going to help you out the most. If winning more often than losing is going to help you out, then choose a 1 to 1 or lower. I don't think that's the most efficient way to trade, but really whatever's best for your mentality is the best. Benjamin Cohen, super cool. Yeah, love Benjamin. Benjamin Cohen's great. Do I ever use the 1 minute chart? When we stream, we do. But not when I make real trades, no. Nah. Can't believe we still have 400 people here. Hell yeah. And climbing. Not bad. We have 330 likes. We could get to 420 today. We could. But I don't know if you guys have it in you. 440 viewers. All right. Let me see. Professor Beans has a vet appointment. But let me check really quick. Hold up. Look at my schedule. Alright, shit. It's 2:51 and I have to take her at 3:10. Crap. Don't worry though, Professor Beans is doing great. She's fully healed from her surgery. She's the happy little 11-year-old bean that she can be. She has to go for like a follow-up. They're going to take a look at the incisions and, you know, just see whatever. Unfortunately though, I probably need to get ready for that. I have to get her ready. Please like and subscribe, guys. Sign up with Femex, our sponsor. Link in the video description below. No KYC, big sign-up bonuses. They are my favorite leverage exchange. Make sure you've jumped in the Discord. Check out our educational shorts playlist. Also, our first ever long-form educational video was published last week. Check it out. Let it play through. Give it a like, subscribe, comment, you know. We will be live again Wednesday, and we have Chirpow Thursday. We might have a bunch of streams coming up this week. It might be a busy one. So make sure you're in the Discord so you get a notification. Join the fam. You can chat with me there. Yeah, I got to take beans. I'll update you guys in the Discord how it goes. That's all for today, guys. Thanks for tuning in on Monday. Crown out.